Hey everyone, it's Miss Lacey from the Lafayette Public Library. Thank you for joining me. Today I'm going to show you what it takes and how to make your very own ugly Christmas sweater. First, I'm going to start by going over the type of materials that you'll need. Basically, you're going to need an assortment of Christmas swag, right? The main tools that you're going to need is obviously a sweater, or in my case right now I have a long sleeve shirt, a glue gun, a hot glue gun, and some spare glue sticks. I also have my iron out right here because I have some pre-cut pieces that I did with the Cricut here at the library. You may or may not have a Cricut at home. If you do, I would definitely recommend using it in your ugly Christmas sweater. If you don't, you could always check out the makerspace at the public library if it's open. Okay? Then other items that I'm going to point out here is I've got some cotton balls. I've got little Christmas pom-poms. I have little mini ornaments that I picked up from like the Dollar Tree. I saved red, green, and white Mardi Gras beads over the years. I've also got little stickers and mini Santa hats and mini acorns and Christmas bells and little Christmas stockings that all of those I got from Oriental Trading, which is great for those kinds of things. Then I also have this little pile here of just random assorted Christmas ornaments that were basically going to get thrown away, and instead of throwing them in the trash, I said let me save that for years to come. So I've got some Christmas ball ornaments, I have some bows for wrapping, and some other icicle type ornaments there. Right above the ornaments, I have some red and gold garland, and then to the right of that, I have a thing of jute, but any kind of string or twine would work well for this project as well. Another big thing that I like to have on hand is felt, different colors of felt. This is really great so that you can create objects and images and patterns onto your sweater if that's the route you want to go. Any kind of colors are great, but for this project I just have the red, green, and brown out. I also highly suggest that you have a pair of scissors to cut the felt and cut whatever things you might need, but also some puffy paint markers. Now, if you do go that route with these right here, I highly recommend to pre-plan what your shirt's going to be, and once you've glued everything on and got everything set, if you plan to draw or write something on it, to do that last, because the paint's going to be wet and it's going to need time to dry, and so anything that you try to stick on after the fact, it just becomes a big old mess. So do some research before you decide to take on the task of actually making the ugly Christmas sweater. You can go on Pinterest and browse ideas there. Go to Walmart, go to Target, and look at their ugly Christmas sweater so that you can get some ideas. And then narrow it down to 4, look at what supplies you have, and then go from there. I've been having these ideas on my Pinterest for a while now, and I've been wanting to do this reindeer throwing up because I think it's hilarious. And I don't have to make it exactly like this. I'll do with what I have and go from there. It's supposed to be fun, and just play around with what you have and get to it. So the next thing I'm going to do is show you how I'm going to make my very own ugly Christmas sweater. Okay, so this project does take a little while, it takes a little time because there's a lot of little steps you have to do. So I wanted again to do the reindeer that's throwing up, and I need to cut felt out. So what I did first was take some cardstock and looked at the picture and drew a duplicate. Okay, so then I'm going to take my patterns and put them on the felt to cut out later, but for now I kind of just want to know where I'm positioning things, right? So I want to know where everything's going to go, kind of pre-plan my shirt. So I want his head tilted a little, and I want his antlers sticking out about right there. And I know that I would like to have some vinyl put on to my sweater as well. This says "Let It Snow." And I'm gonna fit that in right here at the top. Okay. And then I think I'm gonna use like the pom-poms and stuff and the little trees to have him thrown up because I don't have any peppermints or little mini bows. So I'm gonna do with what I have. But for now, I know I wanna do that. So to get started, I think the first thing I'm gonna do is my vinyl cutout. And I'm not gonna go in depth on how to use vinyl because that can be saved for another video. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this out and get it ready. Okay, so now I've gotten a corner, so I'm gonna peel this off very slowly. All right, it's looking better, right? But not quite done yet because I have a couple of pieces that I gotta pick out with a special Cricut. Okay, so we have our vinyl that's ready to go. And as you can tell, it's got like a sticky background. So I'm going to set it down exactly where I want. Actually, I'm gonna take my iron and iron out the spot to make sure it's nice and smooth where I put it down. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna make it real flat, smooth it out so it's sticking down good. Kind of move that out of the way for a second. And then we're gonna take some craft sheet. This is good for heated projects. I'm gonna lay this on top. Okay, so I protect the vinyl. And I'm gonna use my iron, which is set on medium, medium. And I'm gonna just go over it. All right, so we have now started the beginning of our ugly Christmas sweater. All right, so we're gonna need some felt. And I'm actually gonna iron over the spot, which I'll be adding next, just to get those little bit of wrinkles out. So, in the picture, it shows a brown and a tan colored felt. I don't have any tan, and the orange really just kind of looks too tacky for me, so I'm just going to do brown and brown, and I may use some other things to kind of jazz it up. I also want to save on fabric, so I'm going to make both pieces fit like that. And then I'm going to trace them. You can trace them with a pen or a permanent marker. Okay. So now I have my outline, and now I can cut it out. I highly suggest a nice pair of scissors for this part because cutting felt can be very difficult if you have just like this random pair of scissors or a very old pair of scissors that's been worn out and it's dull. Like even this one has already had quite a lot of cuts, so it's not as good as it once was. But cutting felt can be very tedious if you don't have a good pair of scissors. So here's my picture. I got my deer head and my antlers. I don't want to go about right here. Maybe I should go up some, yeah. Okay. These antlers look too big. Okay. All right. So I think I have it in the area that I want it. Now I'm going to go ahead and draw on my little lines and stuff that I had added just to kind of give my reindeer some definition. All right, and then I think he's good like that. So now I need to glue him down. So I've got my glue cool shot ready. So I'm just gonna fold it. All right. So the next thing I want to do is set up, I think, what's he gonna throw up? Like I said, I think some pom-poms would be great. And then maybe, I have like these little bitty trees. So I could do a couple trees. I don't think we want to be throwing up little baby reindeers, huh? That's kind of weird. Oh, but I do have some pine cones. We could do that. I don't know. That bill don't have a thing in it. Oh well. Okay, so now we've got the reindeers throw up. The next thing I want to do is kind of spruce up the reindeer. Oh, I can actually give him a tongue too. I just realized I didn't do that. Okay. So I'm gonna cut him out a little tongue. That was my bad there. It probably should have been put underneath, but it's better late than never. Yeah, no, good. Good enough. Okay, so now that I have my tongue, I realize I forgot to make teeth. Well, I happen to have a bunch of sample fabric, and I thought, ooh, the edges here would make perfect teeth, right? So I cut out little pieces that I'm going to insert to give our reindeer some teeth. So I think this one should go good about right here. Yeah, that's good. All right. We've attached some teeth. And then down here at the bottom, all right, great. Now he's got some chompers. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is add some stuff to my reindeer. I could use some beads and decorate his antlers, like have them hanging like this. Some green and some reds. I think I'll do that. So I'm going to cut some beads. I'm going to go ahead and put it right on the felt. Put the glue on the felt, because it's just going to be too difficult to put on each little bead. Alright, and I want to kind of do this number with it, but do I want to go, yeah, I think I want to add some green too. Like that. Give it some sway. Kind of zigzag it a little. Just set the beads into it like that. That last little piece there. Okay. And you just pretty much do whatever you want, you know. Okay, and my last green piece. What do I have to do? Okay. Okay, the green piece on it. Woo! All right. So, done with that. All right, so now I think I want to add something to his collar. Not that many. All right. All right. So let's make sure that I get all the glue pieces off. Okay. Cotton ball and the snowball? No. Ooh, I could make. No, I think I'm just gonna leave it just like that. I think we're good. I think we got it, y'all. So, didn't take super elaborate things, but here is my ugly Christmas sweater. I am ready to go. And now I'm ugly Christmas sweater ready. Thanks for watching. Bye.